Conley coming over to the Jazz last season from Memphis. Really picked it up the last 19 games. Nurkic, backdoor cut to CJ. Great way to start.
Top to a lob to the guy who had the most dunks in the league last season in Gobert. That time the Blazers showed
in the preseason. CJ with O'Neal defending, tries an early three, and CJ
from the three-point line.
Bogdanovich, patient in the paint. His floater's good.
A little bit of the drop coverage right there. Nurk, once again, not one in the league Gobert. It's going to be personnel driven sometimes too, how the Blazers determine what type of defense they're going to show on those ball screens. Took more attempts at 3 attempts a game, not including that 4th game that he got hurt in and had to leave the game. Oh, easy does it.
Blazers early 10-4 advantage. Conley looking for a teammate, step back jumper. Another bucket.
He was attempting Jordan in the preseason. Last couple seasons, 2.2 was his highest rate. So I think he'll be
beautiful find to CJ.
That's part of the big reason Robert Covington is here, to defend at a high level. He's got to do his job.
Conley gathers. Conley working against Nurkic, tries to get into the body. Gobert is there to clean it up.
Has the quickness advantage, but then nobody is there big enough to block out Gobert, who Nurk was guarding.
Dame cross-court pass. Derrick Jones Jr. pipes it.
Great look again from Nurk.
Clarkson, corner 3, rolls in. Alert on the floor. Ingles working around the Favors screen. Ingles up top to Favors, bothered by Cantor. 10 to shoot. Gary Trent Jr. trying to work with the Cantor screen. Tries to go up and under. Cantor there for the putback. There's such a knack for the basketball. Derrick Jones Jr. tries to dislodge it. Mitchell, open 3. Makes the Blazers pay with the board.
Well, the fact that a mellow pump fake to Derrick Jones Jr. got the defense to bite and react is a pop.
Ingles up top. Hood defends. Favors will try to set the screen. Ingles pull up 3. That's dialed in.
So
1:38 left. Conley works around the Favors screen. Probing once again. Ball's loose. Favors tries to go up over Cantor. Ingles and Clarkson. Gary Trent Jr. trying to bother Clarkson. Clarkson, his floater, rattles in.
He didn't bench score to only Lou Williams. He is a professional scorer off the bench.
Cantor to the head. CJ, thoughts of challenging Gobert? Bounce pass to Gary Trent Jr. with the finger roll.
Too out of trouble.
Blazers with 9 assists. Cut the lead to 5. Clarkson. Tough 3.
The Jazz, their core group is all back. They already know how they want to play on both ends of the floor. The Blazers are the ones figuring it out.
Early on. Conley to Gobert. Gobert wants to challenge Cantor. Gobert can't snake that one in. Steals the rebound from Melo. Blazers with Covington, CJ, Anthony, Gary Trent Jr. and Cantor. 12 to shoot. Ingles thought about it. Pulls the trigger.
Figure out, well, who was supposed to go there and who was supposed to do this. And that's going to be part of some of the growing pains.
Covington finds Nurkic, who slams it.
Aggressive right there on that high post entry.
First foul for Nurkic. Ingles able to find Mitchell for the...
That was a smart play from Joe Ingles. He's seen Nurk make that pass from the top of the key in enough times. He read it. And once again, Donovan Mitchell feeling out what's going on, unless it's like a situation like the bubble and you're playing playoff type games. CJ gets the 2 from the
10 points. Back to Nurkic. Dame with 12 to shoot. Goes into Gobert. Layup is good.
But no, it took time to get over that. We ain't trying to hear about that again.
I won't bring up the history no more. The 3 is good by Conley. The gentle giant with the finish. Blazers 24-22 paint advantage. Mitchell looking for Gobert. Gobert reaches back.
When you're down big right after a missed basket, there's no extra energy that comes after you make a shot, and you really got to dig.
Bogdanovich, this 4-3, such a big piece the Jazz were missing in the bubble. CJ, pull-up jumper, count it. Most underrated number 3s as far as third options in the league. Gobert.
Pointing of the fingers. Because as sometimes you do need to point the fingers in practice and film session and figure out whose fault is it. Why did Gobert get that dunk? And those are things you need to talk about. But you got to stay together. Make that read, he does it, but you don't get the two. And those kind of plays can be deflating when you're trying to make a comeback. The dribble.
Melo, nice feed, tries to finish. Tough bucket through Favors 17.
They figured some things out. Mike Conley started to really play better across the end of the season. He's averaging like 17 points.
The putback, and for Utah, they made those changes to bolster their offense. And during that 13-11 run, as Dame wants a deep three, and there we go. But Utah just 24th in offensive efficiency, so those changes were paying off during that 31-17 stretch. Third in the league as Favors, given that training camp was cut short. You don't have as many preseason games. Gary Trent Jr. to Cantor. Cantor has been delightful down low tonight. Rodney Hood checks back in for the Blazers. Melo, baseline jumper. Pat.
Sweet fader.
Melo with 7 points. Hood defending Ingles. Cantor retreats. Gobert, easy finish. Blazers with CJ, Carmelo Anthony, Gary Trent Jr., Enes Kanter, and Rodney Hood. Baseline jumper from Melo. Count it.
Switch things up to go to him because Melo can be very good in isolation, as we've seen as Clarkson with a blow. Who's the historian? I'm not a historian.
You are.
No, man. I got some catching up to do.
Gary Trent Jr. Oh, botches the lay-in, unfortunately. Blazers fight for the loose ball. CJ there to clean it up. 3 is long. CJ to get the rebound. CJ running backup point guard duties. He'll try the 3.
Be more versatile. So, guys, that is what they are striving for.
Thank you for that, Brooke. Here, continue on this path and being the shot creator and shot maker that he's been in this league. And that picture is just, that's insane. But even, you know, his first couple of years, a lot smaller.
Goes good for the Jazz. Mitchell tries to tee up a 3. Donovan Mitchell. The game clean up the floor. Melo wants to go against Bogdanovich. Melo with the quick spin.
He's getting some work.
Most importantly, that execution at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Jazz right now, better team than the Blazers. They have things figured out. And then the Young Bucks. Look at that. Come on, man. That's the stuff I'm talking about.
Giles with the splat. Oni will try the 3 from outside. Over to Blevins. Gary Trent Jr., no hesitation. Knocks down another Jazz save with less than a minute left. Azubuike sneaks behind the defense and throws it down.
Position. Beating Ennis down the floor. Being the first person off the ground.
Tony to go deep into the backcourt. Blevins, open look for 3, no good. Ellaby, offensive rebound, baseline jumper. Rolls it in for his first official points in the league.
First of many.
Nuggets for Rip City on that as well. That'll do